Hey, it's Dr. Allen. In our last class, we learned about working with different colors in turtles. You can either change the color of the turtle itself or the line that it draws. And if you're going to use the begin and end fill commands, you can also set the fill color. So remember, you can either use the name of a color like we did on this page here, like gold or blue, or you can also use the red, green, and blue values or the hex codes to find those really easily on the web. You can just Google color picker, and Google sends you a really lovely color picker. So you can choose any color that you want. So if I like this particular shade of blue, then I can say, well, that's either 12, 194, 245 as an RGB value, or I can just copy the hex code right here. Let's try that just for once. So I'm going to go and update this code. Instead of my turtle pen color being blue, I'll have my turtle pen color be that code. It looks like it worked just fine. Great. So the homework that you guys had for this week was to use what you know about turtle colors as well as your other turtle commands, which, by the way, you can always find down here in your turtle cheat sheet with resources for all of your turtle commands. But your assignment for today is to play with shapes. So think about making several squares of different colors and sizes, one inside the other. You can also try drawing circles of different sizes, and triangles is sort of a hard one, and I'm going to leave that for you guys as your extra credit project. So as always, we give you a space to do your work. We'll open up your trinket and show it here, and I'm going to minimize the rest of the screen so we can look at our example clearly. Let's take this up to full screen, make our fonts nice and big, and see what options we have. So great. So here we used our import turtle. We set the pen size. We picked a color using our red, green, and blue commands. And then we set the fill color. And it's important to set both the turtle color and the fill color. And then whenever you draw a shape, as long as you start with the begin fill command and end with the end fill command, then you should do just fine. So this is a good example of how to put squares inside another. I'm going to try a slightly different example, which I'll write the code for in a second, but pause the video so you don't have to watch me type. I want to put 4 squares, one inside the other. But to do that, this would be a really good moment to pause and think about some math, yes, math, that we have to keep in mind as we're doing our squares. So give me a second, I'll pull up my whiteboard. So here's my magic whiteboard, and let's think about what we'll need to know if we're going to draw a handful of squares inside another. So I'll start by setting up our XY axis, and as we know, this point in the middle is going to be our 0 point. So right there is 0, 0. So imagine that I want to put 4 squares one inside the other, and by the way, I'm going to start with my biggest square because whatever square I write is going to overlap or erase the other one. So I'll start with big and I'll go to small. So I want, sorry for my sloppy drawing, 4 squares. One of those squares is going to be 200 pixels wide. Another one of those squares is going to be 100 pixels wide. And can you guess the next one? Yeah, it'll be 50. And then lastly, 25. And I'm totally off scale. Well, think about this though. In order to do that, if I want to make that kind of a square, 0, 0, yikes. How sloppy. Let's make neat lines. Okay, so if I want to make that kind of a square, so I want to have this square centered on my XY axis. So to do that, I'm going to need to think about where my square starts and stops. So that looks close enough. So we can start measuring here. Really, really simple. If my square is 200 pixels long on each side, then I need to have 100 here and 100 here. Same thing here. I need to have 100 here and 100 here. So let's make this pen bigger so you can see it as well. So if this is my 0 point, then I need to go 100 over in this direction, and then 100 up in this direction as my start point. So we can use our turtle dot go to command in order to do that. So let's think about where we want to go to. So I'm not going to write the whole command here, but let's just leave the coordinates. Where do I want to go to if I want to start right at this point? Well, if this is 0, 0, and I need to go back 100 and then up 100, then my x-coordinate is going to be negative 100, and then my y-coordinate is going to be positive 100. So let's make that nice and neat. The command that I'll use is turtle.goTo negative 100 and then positive 100. And that is the secret for how I'll start my square. So I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to type a bunch of code, and we'll see about how we'll start each of our squares. One of them is going to go back by 100, 100. The other is going to go back 50, and then we'll go back 25, and then we'll go back 12, so that we can start each of our 4 squares and have them land inside each other. So I'm going to erase my sloppy scribble scrabble, and you can see some neat code in a second. All right, so while you were sleeping, I was typing. Here's the code that's going to make my very first circle. As you can see, I did exactly what we said. I went back 100 points and then up 100 points. If that's my middle, I decided I wanted to start my turtle by going back and then up 100. So negative 100 is my x, and positive 100 is my y. I chose a color that I liked from Color Picker, and then since I wanted my first circle to be 200 pixels wide, after going back 100, I made my turtle distance 200. Okay, so now the challenge is to make a couple more squares, and each of them are going to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to erase all my annotations, and then I'm going to take a really sneaky shortcut, which is that I'm going to cut and paste, and that's just fine. Cut and paste as you need to in coding. So I'm going to make another square, but this time, remember, let's get my turtle spelled correctly. So this time, remember, I don't want to go back by 100. I just need to go back by 50 and up by 50. Let's pick a slightly different color. I think I want to vary my fill colors. Here you go. And now here, since my turtle is half as wide, I'm only going to go forward by 100. Let's try and see how that code works. Yep, I went back 100 and up 100, and I have turtle with 200 sides. Ooh, now I went back 50 and up 50. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, well, let's try that one more time, and you can see where this is going to go. I'll take that code, copy it one more time, and I know the code is getting long, but never be afraid of long code. So this time, instead of, we already had one turtle that was 200 pixels wide. Let me put that over here. That's 200, and this is 100. So my next square is going to have to be, well, that'll be 50 wide. So, okay. So in this case, 50, I want to go back by half of 50 to negative 25, and then x, then up 25y. I think I want a more inspiring, bright color. So I'm on my color picker on another screen, and there, we'll come up with something bold and beautiful. I'll go 50 pixels here, and let's see how that works. Here we go. Let's see if I come up with my next square that is indeed 50 pixels wide. Yep, there's my 100. Oh, how beautiful, and oh, lovely green filling. So one last square. I told you guys I wanted to do 4 of these, right? And the last of this is going to be 25 wide. So here I have a little bit of a problem. So do I go to 25? Okay, 25 divided by 2. I want half that width. So my total distance is going to be 25 wide, but I'm kind of not sure what place do I want to go back to. If I go, I'm going to cheat and just tell the turtle to go to 25 divided by 2. And let's see if the turtle likes that. All right, so the last thing that I need to do is to pick a beautiful and inspiring color to go inside my last square. So you'll see what color I picked in a second. And here we go. The last square that I draw is going to be a small square of 25 pixels wide. And since I need to only go across and over by half of those, which really should be 12.5, but I'm going to cheat, like I said, and just do 25 divided by 5, and then my distance of my sides will be 25. So let's see if Trinket likes that code. Here we go. There's my 200 circle. Great. There's my 100 circle. Great. There's my 50 pixel circle and my 25 pixel circle. Seems like it worked out just fine. So you have a really clear picture now of how you can code your own turtle if you want to do this kind of an arrangement. And again, the code repeats itself. Here's your first square, there's your second square, and so on, your third square, and your fourth square. And the only things that really change is the distance that you go back and up, cuts in half each time, half each time, half each time. And same thing, the distance that you go across, turtle forward 200, turtle forward 100, turtle forward 50, and turtle forward 25. So I know that might feel like a lot of code, but if you cut and paste effectively, you can save yourself a lot of time, and you can come up with a beautiful dancing turtle that draws squares with nice colors. So you guys are welcome to pick whatever colors excite you, and I hope you'll have a good time doing the homework. Bye!